What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another sneak peek build guide video for a character that has not yet come out. Today we're talking about Ororon, my favorite guy out there who apparently I got put in Genshin Impact. I don't know. The likeness is uncanny at this point. Let's start in with what Ororon is going to be doing and how you're going to be equipping him with your weapons and your artifacts. Now, quick TLDR, Ororon's going to be off the field most of the time, applying electro, doing electro damage, and he really wants to be put in an electro charged team. We're not going to cover all of his kit and abilities, but that is basically the TLDR about why you want to build him in the way that we're going to be talking about him in this video. Now, when we talk about weapon selections for our 4-star lovely man out there, one of the best weapons that you can actually put on him is going to be the Song of Stillness 4-star weapon. It has decent base attack for a 4-star option. It does have 41.3% attack at level 90. And then the refinement ability for this weapon is Chef's Kiss. Amazing for a lot of the team compositions that you're going to be having Ororon in. You're going to be able to put him in a party with someone like Farina. If you want access to that, she's going to be getting healed over time, having damage taken over time. There's a lot of things you could do with him, but look at this refinement rank ability. If you have the ability to constantly heal him in your party, you get this R1 all the way up to R5. You're going to get up to 16 to 32% increased damage for 8 seconds after they are healed. So you don't need to have constant healing on your man, but this is going to help him off of the field and give him a damage percent bonus regardless of where he is. So this is going to be a pretty solid option. Another solid one here is going to be the Alley Hunter. Higher base attack than the previous option, 27.6% attack here, so a little bit lower in that regard. But it also has a very strong refinement ability. And the refinement ability is going to give you a stacking damage increase as long as you're off the field. The refinement rank 1 goes all the way up to 20% increased damage. And if you're on the field for more than 4 seconds, it's going to reset slowly over time. Thankfully, you're not going to really lose any stacks because you're going to sort of swap into him, use a skill, use his burst, swap right back out. He's not an on-field driver, so you're going to be able to maintain that max damage bonus of 20 to 40% based on your refinement rank from Alley Hunter, basically 100% of the time. We also have access to the Chain Breaker, similar stats, exact same stats as Alley Hunter actually. And then this one's going to give you the Flower Feather Song refinement rank ability for every party member from Natlan or who has a different elemental type of the equipped character. It doesn't have to be both, it could be one or the other. So you could have another Electro Natlan character or any character from not Natlan that's a different type. So a Hydro character, a Pyro character, a Cryo character, an Animal character is going to give you a slight increase to your attack percent. You're also going to gain access to some extra elemental mastery, which is going to be helpful with those electro charge reactions you're going to be doing with your boy out there or off the field, not even on the field. The Old Age Stringless is going to be a pretty decent option. It's going to have 510 base attack, a little bit lower. It's going to have some elemental mastery as well, but it's also going to increase the elemental skill and elemental burst damage that you do from R1 all the way up to R5 of 48%. R1's gonna be 24%. This is gonna be something that you might have in your back pocket. It was everyone's favorite official weapon when they first started playing Genshin Impact, and this is gonna be pretty good for your Ororon as well. He's gonna be triggering Electro Charge. The Elemental Mastery is gonna help that out, and then the Elemental Skill and Elemental Burst damage is gonna help out the 2 main ways that he's gonna be doing damage in your team as well. Now, artifact setup for Ororon, if he's gonna be the sole support in your party that can utilize it, then Scroll of the Hero of the Cinder City is gonna be what you want to put him on. The 2-piece is going to help you regenerate elemental energy for him. It's going to lower the elemental recharge that you need for your elemental burst activations. And then that 4-piece is going to help out a substantial amount of people in your party. It's going to be an electro charge focused team because that's what his kit's revolved around. So that 4-piece bonus is going to give you 12 to up to, an additional 28. So 40% damage bonus for all of your electro characters, including himself, as well as all of your hydro characters in your Ororon team. Now for Ororon focused teams, you're gonna have him as your sub DPS as your electro character. You could also have someone in there such as Beto to help you fulfill these electro charge reactions, and then Sucrose as well. You could also swap out these characters for Fischl or Venti. Those are gonna both be very strong characters. You could have an on-field driver such as Kamisato Ayato who could help you out in that regard. Or even if you're a Kokomi fan, Kokomi's actually gonna be pretty good here. She can be your on-field driver. She can get some damage bonus from Hero of the Cinder City set. She's gonna be healing for you, applying Hydro everywhere, and then while she's out there driving, you're gonna have Ororon doing his thing, maybe Fischl or Beto doing that thing, and then Sucrose or Venti or Kazuha coming in and being the animal character for more swirls, more electrocharge reactions, more damage bonuses, more procs from everything there. These are going to be some very nice electrocharge focused setups for an Ororon focused team. And it's not just these characters that you have to put into this team. It's pretty flexible. If you want to use Raiden Shogun as your second electro character, do so. You want to use Chloronide out there, you could put her in there too. Yeah, Chloronide, I called her that. Downvote me. But he can also work in Hyper Bloom too. Yeah, he can apply Electro to a lot of things, which is going to be pretty nice for you. And you can use him in combination with someone like Baizu and Xingqiu, as well as Alhaitham as your driver, and do a Hyper Bloom team that way. You also have access to throw him into, yes, a Nivelette team. Nivelette, Nahida, Ororon, Farina. Throw them all in there, do a bunch of damage, have a good time, all right? If you're using your Shalonen somewhere else, you drop her out of your Nivelette team, use Shalonen somewhere else, put this man in there instead and just do a bunch of procs and have a bunch of cool, crazy Hyperbloom Nivelette style wild strategy. And all of this is at Constellation 0. You're gonna be able to do some extra things at Constellation 6. We'll talk about that more when we have a full in-depth breakdown guide for Ororon. But let me know what you think about the preliminary build guide, how you're going to be using him, and if this gave you any ideas. Make sure you slap that sub button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.